Now, Tory Lanez just got stabbed up 14 times.
That's my brother.
Tory Lanez is another one of them people when I was coming up. Like, that was one of them.
No, that's
the
my
music
brother, man. I talk to Tory every week.
We had the only interview with Kelsey. We sat down with her. We spoke to her. She asked me a question in that interview. She said, let me ask y'all a question and flip it on y'all real quick.
It's like 45
Who do you think
minutes
shot her?
And
I was like, damn, like, I was like, don't ask me because I'm the honest one. Like, I don't know.
Who did you think shot her?
I said, you.
And what she said?
Because she was like, you're entitled to your opinion. I was like, but like, based off this conversation, maybe I'm wrong, but.
See, what Tory went wrong.
Shout out Dan's
when he made that jail call and he told Kelsey that I'm sorry for everything that happened. He wasn't talking about the shooting. He talking about I've been sexing all y'all. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking about the shooting. If you paid attention, the stylist said, I packed that gun in their bag several times, right? You know, I've been telling y'all for like 6 months to a year, Tory coming back, DNA ain't his. I've been telling y'all that. People think I'm capping. You know, it's a tape out there too, but you know, the parents of the child didn't clear. But now you got the driver, security guard coming to the table saying, I witnessed her fire 3 shots. Tory jumped out, knocked the gun out her hand, the gun went off again. But it's 2 DNA tests that says 100% not Tory Lanez, that they never submitted to the defense attorney during the trial.
And his confidence through it said a lot to me. Like, he wasn't just regular confident. He's like, I think, I could share my opinion, right? I'm an outsider. I always thought that Tory didn't want the label snitch. And he also knew that he did wrong in the fact of I fucked her and I fucked her too. So I ain't trying to do it. I'll be cleared because my shit ain't on that gun. And he was like, let's see what happens.
That's it.
And he got caught.
Yeah, he was like, when the law does its thing, they're going to see it wasn't me. But they railroaded him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they tell Tory that he don't like
your citizenship
women.
And all that.
Yeah, he saved a woman's life, Meghans, from being killed. And then he stopped a mother from going to jail, Kelsey, right? But talking to Tory when he was in there, he said, Wack, everything happened for a reason. I'm a Canadian dude in a penitentiary in California. But yet, I've been able to help dozens of men get back to court on appeals on cases they've been railroaded. He said, I think I'm the sacrificial lamb. I was the one needed to come back to this place to help these people who probably need to be free more than me. He said, although I'm locked up, I still make millions of dollars. I'm still cool. My kids are still taken care of, but some of these men in their family won't be good unless they're there. So he figured like maybe I was placed here. I know I'm gonna get out before the 10, but maybe I was placed here to help some people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got some friends that know I'm a huge Tory Lanez fan, and they're not Tory Lanez fans. And they hit me with the, you know, if people really with Tory in there, he got stabbed up 14 times. His people would have looked out for him. They don't care about him. If it was some beef, they got it cleared, and his people set him up.
No. That shit came from up higher up. That wasn't no prison shit. That wasn't no yard shit. That wasn't none of that. His appeal was already in. Friday, the defense attorney turns in a statement of the dude identifying Kelsey as a shooter, and Monday he get hit by a dropout. Let me tell you something, that's a level 3 penitentiary. You have a gun tower, you got 2 correctional officers on the floor. When each wing is unlocked, in order to hit that dude 14 times, it should have been 2 or 3 people on him. It was 1 person on him. The gun tower never shot, it was no correctional officers on the floor. Nobody was there all of a sudden. You right? So I'm listening to Tory dad talking, I believe Tory.
So by Friday, the information was given to the DA that the driver would come out and speak the truth. And by that Monday, Tory was hit up. And y'all don't think this is something bigger than Tory Lanez. Let's keep going, y'all.
He's covered because most people, he got his lungs punctured.
Yeah.
There's a tape that will be coming out. I had somebody watch the tape that's in there. They gave me a description of what they was watching. Another correctional officer, I got a homeboy that worked in one institution, called one of his partners that watched the tape. Dude grabbed Tory's hoodie and started hitting him. Only thing saved Tory's life is he slid out the hoodie. Grabbed your hoodie, you slid out of it, and when he slid out of it, he started running, and dude was chasing, hitting him, and by that time, correctional officers showed up. Think about it. So where was they all? Where was the COs at when he kicked off? Where was everybody at? You know what I mean? So, you know, he survived it. I don't believe they'll send him back to the penitentiary. I believe if done right, they'll release him probably with an ankle monitor to fight his appeal. Going back to LA County is a threat. You know what I mean? Because if that DA, that case is overturned, Tory's case then becomes case law, case study. Right. And everybody that DA's convicted could come down on the appeal. Now we're talking about $1 billion lawsuit. Yeah, that's worth getting rid of somebody.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
We are in America. Underestimate nothing.
Do you think that there's going to be some retaliation inside of that prison?
Definitely. That's just how they go.
Yeah.
The dude that did it, when he gets to the shoe program, they're going to take his life because he didn't complete the task.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
So, like, with all that is going on inside of that prison, obviously for Tory Lanez.
The guy who did it, when he gets to the program, they're going to take his life because he didn't complete the task. At this point, he can't stay alive because then we have to go to trial for his attempt. You got to understand, this guy, and I said this in a previous upload, and y'all just got to ask questions. They're right in front of you. This guy went to TMZ to put a narrative out there of what happened before he even went to trial, before he talked to his lawyer. He's already on TMZ saying, oh no, I did this, all these lies. Who's telling you to do that? When have you ever heard of somebody with an attempt going to TMZ, getting an interview done, getting a full interview? TMZ got a full interview set up for this guy before he goes to court and trial. Also, this is the same TMZ when all the news broke of Meghans the Stallion's new information coming out. They didn't post it. Who's controlling TMZ's narrative? I don't know. Let's keep going, y'all.
Do you feel like he'll be received well when he comes home? Like, do you think
What? He ain't never have to rap again if you don't want to. He got a movie, he got a series, his music, he got a movement. Tory Lanez been already setting up companies while he's been there. You know, Meg gonna have to pay him. Everybody gonna have to pay him.
You think Meg would ever get to a place where she could apologize to him for all this shit that happened? Or do you think that the labels are intervening?
Well, Rock Nation takes a hit. They only guilty of supporting their client. Yeah, that's a fact that I think Meg will get to a point where she'll issue an apology. I'm gonna be real. I don't think Meg even knows what happened that night.
Facts.
I think she was at a level of intoxication that she blacked out.
Yeah.
She thinks this is what happened.
Yeah, I don't think she really knows. You know what I'm saying? So we seen her lie. She lied on Gail's show. You know what I'm saying? Admitted to that. And I believe she's going to break down, cry, and issue an apology. But that ain't going to stop Tory from owning her catalog and everything else she got.
It's going to be 5-7 years from now. When everything kind of cools down. She's going to do a sit down 60 minutes.
The hate Tory got for what they thought he allegedly did, she won't get half that hate for railroading that band for saying he did something he didn't do. That's the world we live in.
Right. Ooh, that made my blood boil just
I'm ready for him to come home, man. I feel like all this inevitably protecting black women too almost cost him his life.
Yeah. And shout out to my boy Speedy, because my boy Speedy from Hard Time Hustle.
And shout out Tory Lanez. We supposed to be protecting black women, which we do, which I do. But who protects black men? Women like this have been doing this over the last few years at alarming rates. Like, just, we laugh at the Shannon Sharp situation, but what we talking about? Right? Look at the Zion Williams situation. What are we talking about? Black men at this point are under attack. And nobody has our back. A lot of the time we're under attack by the black women. I love my black queens. But what are we doing? This is a disgusting situation. Drop it in the comments. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. We're gonna keep going with this. The subscribe button don't cost you nothing, but this is a real one right here.
Brother, and he really took this hard. You know what I'm saying? And he's still taking it hard. That's his brother. Like, he loved him to death. So shout out to my man Speedy. Yeah, you know, every step of the way, Speedy been there. That's why all that talking about the people turned on him, it wasn't gonna happen. You had too many people in place that was there with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some real people behind those walls that was making sure things was good. But, you know, when something high above you send a torpedo, you know, and employed the mailman, you know what I'm saying?
Get out the way.
You get what I'm saying?
I don't want to get into that, but a lot of people are saying it's Rock Nation, Rock Nation, Rock Nation.
Ain't nothing to do with Rock Nation. Rock Nation don't give a about no case study. You know, Rock Nation, all they're going to do is go into damage control for their client. You know, for Rock, if you find Rock Nation guilty, then I'm guilty for showing up the Blueface trials. That's what they're supposed to do. That's their client.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so they didn't do nothing that what they supposed to do, not show up to support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the LA County case. You know, if they're saying Rock Nation got influence over the DA's office, then that's kind of a reach.
Now,
I believe they
First off, I appreciate you for coming through straight from Colombia.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I really wanted this interview to happen because, again, there's like so much misinformation that be going on the internet, and then people kind of like size us up for being the wrong people. And really, I really am just a good dude that be having. I decided to open up a platform because I wanted to sit down and talk to people.
I think you giving another perspective. You feel like it's 100 podcasts out there that's gonna ask the radical crazy shit. Yeah, so I think your approach is trying to get into the deeper emotional side of a situation when it comes to a person.
Yeah.
That's probably your approach. So I get it. You're like, that's your way of being different.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people it's a lot of traffic out there. So you like, it's my lane. You know, I can cross over there, but everybody's over there.
Yeah. Now, with somebody like yourself, you're such a polarizing figure. I'm sure that part of you, one of the things that I keep saying and I've always said is I would hate to actually be a celebrity. Like, I like the J-list celebrity I am at right now.
I don't consider myself, people
but they know you all.
Yeah, and shout out Wack 100. He's basically saying what I've been saying to y'all. That this came from a higher up. The Mexican that hit Tory up is a reject loser who was already disowned by other Mexicans and Mexican gangs. Not only that, he was in prison for unaliving his girlfriend. He was 26 at the time and she was half his age. Ain't nobody claiming that loser. Somebody put him up to this, and I believe he didn't do it right and get it done, so he won't be around by I'll give him the next 3-4 months. He won't be here because they don't need him talking about who sent him. All right, so y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. If you don't like the channel, you can always unsubscribe. But let me tell you what it does. It helps push out the videos to other people. So does the like button. It's your boy, What's Up G. If ain't nobody told you they love y'all, I love y'all. I'm out with y'all. Sheesh.